I spun the block and decided to finish season one of From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. We know Beryl was assigned to protect the princess as she's being courted by the crown prince of another country and potentially her future husband, and they're attacked by assassins. Beryl and the rest of the knights drive away the assassins, but we find out that this is a hit job from the Pope, who does not like the crown prince and prefers his younger brother because his younger brother is a devout person of their faith, and he believes that the younger brother will be easier to control. And so they decide that they're going to continue the courting process. It will not be canceled because it's going to make the crown prince look weak. And they're attacked again while out checking it, looking at some crops. And Beryl gets down to work. Slashes it up. I feel like this. I can't remember if he did. I feel like this is definitely the most violent this anime has been for sure, and I kind of like it. I think they did a lot of straying away from violence, and it was quite a bit of bloodshed, which ain't nothing wrong with that. And we find out at the end of episode 11 that Rose, a knight commander and the former student of Beryl, is leading up the assassination attempt. And we have Beryl going against his former student. And of course, Mr. Master Swordsman Beryl Gardner wins. They go head to head and he takes her down. And she asks him to kill her. And he says he refuses. He says he can't kill a student and she needs to atone for what she's done. And we find out that the Pope was hanging using an orphanage. He had took some kids from an orphanage hostage to force her to comply. And yeah, she gets spared, and her brother-in-law, who is also a high-ranking official, decides to cover up the whole thing, well, at least cover up her involvement in everything. And we end from there. The king ends up thanking Beryl, and he invites him to dinner, thanks him, and acknowledges him as a master swordsman. And Beryl, being Beryl, says he's mistaken, and this is just overstated because he's just a sword instructor. He's not quite a master swordsman. And we end the episode with him having dinner with his basically his adopted daughter. I liked it. I like this show. I'm glad I spun the block because apparently it's getting a season. Apparently it's getting a season 2 in July, and I definitely will be checking it out. I'm excited to see it. I will give these last two episodes a 7.5 out of 10. The anime as a whole, probably 7.25 as a 10 the first season. Looking forward to season 2. Excited to see it. Some things I'm looking forward to for sure. I want to see more battles, more fights. I would like to see him go against some more beasts, maybe go into another dungeon, another experience in a dungeon. But I definitely want to see him take on some more beasts, take on some more fights in general. I'm interested to see what's the next move gonna be as far as who gonna be the next opposition. Everything it kind of ended very anticlimactic, so where you didn't really know what's next up on the plate. So I'm kind of interested to see where they'll go with things. Also interested to see is he gonna find that wife? Both his former students, which I mean they both grown, they both in their mid-20s now. Both of his former students seem to have Serena and Alucia seem to be interested in being his wife and seem to be romantically interested in him. Seeing if something happens with that. Also, seeing I guess how the relationship progresses with the adopted daughter, they seem to be getting closer and closer. So see how that relationship as father-daughter blooms. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't personally. I think a very similar anime to this is I Parry Everything. If you like I Parry Everything, you'll like this. I think I Parry Everything is better. So if you have not seen I Parry Everything, go watch that one. This one guy that I feel like I Parry Everything is the anime that got me. Cause now I'm like obsessed with fantasy anime, dude. It's like my favorite. I think for a long time it was Shonen, One Piece, Naruto type of Bleach type of, just action packed. And now I am just a fantasy fiend. I watch slice of life fantasy. I just love fantasy, man. But I enjoyed this. Excited for season 2. Like I said, a 7.25 out of 10. I do recommend you check out this anime. It's definitely worthwhile. I do wish my guy Barrel was a little less humble, but I guess I've been told multiple times some of him could rub off on me. I could be a little more humble. So, but I definitely am looking forward to this. Check it out and enjoy anime review from he who knows nothing, smartest man in the world. Later.